Hey, let's find and kill Viaquay. Sooner somebody beats him to death.
At this point, I just hope somebody doxes you, swats you, and then you get shot.
Viaquay, put a knife in you. Trying to convince them that you are a monster! Trying to convince them that you are a monster!
Trying to convince them that you are a monster!
Trying to convince them that you are a monster!
I never expected having to make yet another video on these creators, but as of recent, bad actors in the commentary space have been targeting me with consistent harassment, blatant lies, and misinformation. Over the past 2 years of creating content, I have never dealt with creators this obsessive, manipulative, and downright repulsive. I mean it when I say these creators are beyond help. It confuses me, because the people pushing these claims have long extensive histories of overtly lying about me and others for their own benefit. There are several videos exposing these creators for the malicious to downright disgusting actions towards others online. The creators in question are GildedPoo and LioConvoy. GildedPoo and LioConvoy are two creators without the need of introduction. They're both parasitic, borderline vindictive creators in the small commentary community, but fully employed. LioConvoy is a 40-year-old commentary channel with just under 20,000 subscribers. He's known for harassing and bullying children online, doxing, threatening the dox, to even harassing a disabled woman for up to 4 hours, all for his amusement. GildedPoo is a 36-year-old commentator who, if I'm going to be honest, is just a symbiotic, cancerous extension of Lio. He's the stereotypical portrayal of what and who minders should avoid at all costs. Racist, creepy, misogynistic, predatory, you name it.
Making black people the least intelligent on average. I'm the one here saying Negro people say Negro. You say you hate people say Negro, you Negro. And hey guys, you can't say Negro, but I'm the least racist of them.
I strongly recommend you watch my previous video on the furry couple, if you haven't already, as it goes into bare detail regarding the drama with me, Gilded, and Lio. I'd like to start the video quite strong. Both Lio and Gilded have a history of being, to put it bluntly, predatory towards younger people in the community. For instance, just recently a minor voiced their discomfort regarding Lio's community specifically, essentially trying to spawn camp them, as in waiting for them to turn 18 so they could do who knows what to them. Like, you can't make this up. One of them quite literally said, I quote, "The same reason why we're waiting until Cupidite is an adult. Leave the kids alone."
Oh, that's real nice.
This is quite literally the in real life equivalent to that one Fallen Chungus meme. Gilded, obviously being an extension of Lio, couldn't let such an opportunity escape him as he responded to the miners community post stating, I quote, "I have your 18th birthday marked on my calendar."
Are you a
Now, many of Gilded's associates have attempted to deflect by claiming Cupidite, the miner in question, apparently has a questionable history and/or controversies of their own. I haven't looked into Cupid's drama, and nor do I care to. Not only am I not in the art commentary community, but it has zero relevance to the situation at hand. This isn't the first time I've had this sentiment publicly either. I don't need to know the intricacies of someone's lore to understand what's going on here is repulsive. You can concede someone has made poor decisions in the past, while also acknowledging the injustices they face in the present. So I have to state the obvious, because Lio's community appears to have the cognitive ability of ants. Just because I'm calling out a man pushing 40 for saying something this predatory towards a literal child doesn't mean I suddenly endorse any of the victim's actions. I repeat, me saying it is wrong, and to be quaint, wretched, for a 36-year-old man to say such a disgusting thing towards a minor does not mean I support any of Cupidite's potential actions. I'll also one-up this, as I've been accused of being friends with anyone and pretty much everyone who just so happens to be an enemy of Lio and his community. I can't believe I have to say this. I am not friends with Cupidite. I don't directly know Cupidite. I don't endorse Cupidite. Neither have I personally spoken to them. And like I said earlier, I am not aware of the fine details regarding their drama, and I really don't want to. I don't like art commentary. For some reason, Lio and his community love to use this deflection technique. Did the waffles and pancakes tweet teach you nothing? They have this mentality where anyone seen as problematic, in their eyes at least, deserves all and any of the misfortunes their way. Obviously this is a childish, and if I'm going to be honest, quite a pathetic way to think. The fact people need to start using deflection, because no matter the context, joke or not, a 36-year-old man should not be saying this towards a child, is just disgusting. Especially when taking into consideration, said child was previously on edge due to Lio's community already saying their sides on them. Imagine being a minor, finding out people double if not triple your age are quite literally attempting to prey on you, and then another adult outright says the quiet part out loud. Yet again, I'm not saying Cupidite is some paragon of virtue, but you just can't act like this towards a minor. Gilded can claim this is a joke all he wants, but you're in your 30s doing this. I don't get it, what's the joke? You like kids? Like, I don't get it, what's going on? I just cannot fathom what possesses you to say this to a child, as a grown man with children. Yes, GildedPoo has children, but if I even insinuate Gilded is a predator, then I'm suddenly the bad guy. Not saying he is, but he definitely talks like one.
Your feelings don't matter. Actually, put it another way. If Hawaii made the age of consent and then, I don't know, Foxazure went to Hawaii to fuck a 13-year-old, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like one of those things.
you know why I wouldn't care? Not my 13-year-old kid, not my fucking problem, and I don't live in Hawaii. And if I didn't like it, if I lived in Hawaii, hypothetically, I would change the law. I would change the law.
Sure.
You're not that guy, pal.
However, we still aren't done, as even more recently, GildedPoo has cheated on his current partner with a 20-year-old virgin woman on Discord. GildedPoo, a man pushing 40, was seen preying on a young, inexperienced woman almost half his age, with messages like, I quote, heading to bed, but wanted to say as a late reply to your hypothetical, that I would be disappointed because I really want— oh my god! Heading to bed, but wanted to say as a late reply to your hypothetical, that I would be disappointed because I really want to come inside that you got. I want to spend a couple days using you as my personal sleeve.
You a grown-ass man.
I think her response speaks volumes. I don't think she was feeling you, Ark. I find it hilarious. He's actively objectifying her, and she's barely giving him a reaction back. The energy was not there. However, I'd like to remind everyone, Gilded is a man with children who cheated on his partner for a girl almost half his age on Discord of all places. This is repugnant. I don't think I need to explain why the age gap, power dynamic, and maturity difference spells disaster here. I don't care who you are. If you're actively going after women who are marginally younger than you, I think you're a creep. I can't imagine you have much in common. It's very clearly exploitative. Maybe it's just me, but I find it exceedingly unsettling Gilded was actively seeking out a girl who isn't much older than his own daughter. Let that sink in, especially when taking into consideration, Gilded has gone on record stating he's already waiting for a minor to turn 18. When the situation leaked, Gilded immediately ran from his Discord to hide in shame, then came back shortly to drop this embarrassing excuse of an essay with lines such as, I had no actual intent of meeting you. It was all something to me. I got drunk, and I was weak. Yeah, sure, buddy. Imagine pushing 40, already being in a relationship with children, and thinking it was appropriate to chase after young, virgin women on Discord. In no way am I claiming Gilded is a predator, in this situation at least. I'm just pointing out how a man pushing 40 has a frightening history of targeting those decades younger than him. It's quite literally pattern recognition at this point. Gilded understood the power he held in this dynamic, especially considering not only was she actively inexperienced, something Gilded wanted to take advantage of, but he's the content creator in the situation, and the girl in question was a fan of him. Yes, Gilded already being in a relationship wasn't enough. He needed to siphon what he could from his own vulnerable audience as well. Reading the messages, it's evident Gilded was more than aware and even got off on the fact he had so much power in the situation. For instance, I quote, is the reason you flip-flopped on us getting freaky because you don't want to fall in love with someone who's not viewing you as their number one, as in not pursuing a relationship with you? Or is it just that you're nervous?
I'm not pulling anyone anything. I am a bitchless, rizless, hoe-less 5'9".
Ignoring how this just further proves Gilded wanted to use this young woman for his own gratification. The fact he understood she was nervous is a dead giveaway. If the power dynamic, heck, if the entire dynamic in general was equal, this wouldn't be a question to begin with. It is unmistakable Gilded was prepared and was in the process of taking advantage of her. Although, seeing as the video only gets worse from here, I can assure you, I did not have fun quoting Gilded's flirty messages. So please like and subscribe to save me from my suffering.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Has Gilded been confronted yet on whether he's flirted with Stardust or not?
He's not until right now. Go ahead.
No, I have.
Oh no, I'm just. Really? But you flirt with everyone. Oh, that's really shitty for her.
Yeah, unfortunately, thus is my reputation, but I didn't create it.
Actually, on the topic of mistreating women, Gilded has a long history of objectifying real women, targeting them, and just being misogynistic in general, if the sleeve remark didn't make it obvious. Such as Gilded saying, I quote,
Sigh is why men should ignore a woman's consent.
You're a grown-ass man, my brother.
The same woman he said this to, he later encouraged his Discord server of hundreds to raid her Tumblr page, something of which is against Discord's terms of service. He's also gone on to show zero respect towards female SA survivors and even CSA survivors with the quote,
All CSA victims should be tossed headfirst into wood chippers as to save society from their prolific whining.
You're a grown-ass man.
On top of this, Gilded has gone on record making fun of a deceased teenage girl. Yes, Gilded doesn't stop at taking advantage and mocking women, he does it to minors who aren't even with us anymore as well.
Some dumb thought got, apparently, and I'm supposed to care. Well, Except for the fact I don't care. In fact, I am happy about it. Wow, a dumb thought. Received a consequence for being a stupid, filthy slut. Woo! It's about goddamn time.
Are you out of your mind right now?
Get away from her!
This was a minor who wrongfully had her life cut short in a grotesque fashion.
And she was literally your stereotypical stupid thought that was going around miscellaneous people whenever she could, whenever she pleased. And quite frankly, I'm supposed to be surprised that she endured the most extreme possible consequence of being such a stupid, filthy because, make no mistake, getting is a natural consequence of that behavior. The fact of the matter is simply this. She was a stupid, dumbass, filthy slut. And she died as a result of her behavior. It was just an inevitability that some crazy dude was gonna slit her f***ing throat. Could have happened to a better woman.
You what?
However, it has come to my attention Gilded has recently responded to this distasteful video of his.
To point the finger at me and levy a pretty seemingly serious criticism my direction. A criticism, by the way, that I'm gonna have to address here because it comes up yet again a little later in the video. And so in preparation for that, I wrote up an entire statement and decided to print it out. I will be reading you this statement now.
Gilded first starts out the statement specifying the age of the video, attempting to downplay the weight of his actions by pulling the "it was years ago" card.
The main criticism of me that Viaki brings up is a nearly 7-year-old video I uploaded to some ragebait channel that's no longer even public.
Just when I thought they couldn't get any stupider.
Not only did Gilded do this as a grown adult, he would have been at the very least in his late 20s or early 30s, but Gilded has recently mocked the passing of another influential figure, so this isn't exactly a habit he has kicked. This wasn't something he did as an edgy teenager either, or in his early adult years. He did this as a grown man with a presumably fully developed frontal cortex, you know, the part of the brain responsible for making decisions. You chose to do this. Like, if we get precise, Gilded should currently be around 36 to 37 of age. At the time of writing this, the video was uploaded 6 years ago. Even in the most charitable of cases, Gilded would have been at the very least 29 years old. In the same video, he got angry at me for things I did as a minor, things I have since taken accountability for several times in prior videos, yet Gilded has avoided any semblance of accountability himself. Why doesn't the "it was several years ago" excuse work in my favor? Despite how in some cases I was a minor and didn't know any better, I still took accountability. Seriously, what is your excuse?
And also, this was months ago, by the way, so.
This was months ago. I like how they always love using the time excuse until you actually use it on them. But when I say to him, the stuff you did when you were 30, he was like, oh, that was a long time ago. I was a 33-year-old minor. Everyone remembers he was a 33-year-old minor, okay? He did not mean it. He was a 33-year-old minor. Okay, guys, you just didn't get it.
To some ragebait channel that's no longer even public.
Now, I'd like to reiterate, Bianca was a minor at the time of her unfortunate passing, but this didn't stop people from claiming she deserved or mocking what happened to her, solely due to how she'd manipulated men she dated and or slept with. Gilded was no different.
The video was on the 2019 murder of Bianca Devins that I uploaded a mere 4 days after her untimely death. This is a video I didn't stand by even a month after uploading it, as I would quickly unlist it, and is a video I obviously don't stand by now.
Gilded claimed he doesn't stand by the video now, and yet, like I said, in modern day, we're still comfortable mocking the passing of Ozzy Osbourne. Doesn't even apologize, by the way.
And is a video I obviously don't stand by now.
I am so sorry for ever sending that tweet. If I could take it back, I would. And I did not understand what I was doing in that moment.
Gilded then made the claim he stated she didn't deserve it, when he unironically went on a sociopathic tangent about how she did.
Viaki's claim that I said, or somehow implied, that she deserved to die is directly contradicted by the fact that I explicitly say the following a mere 2 minutes into that video. Now, if you come in here and come but did she deserve to get... Like, I don't give a f*** about deserving, right? It's not about that. I'm not saying that she deserved to be...
You liar, you f***ing piece of shit.
I'm not sure why he tried denying this, nor do I understand why he tried to convey this, as if it was a personal accusation levied by me, when despite how he pitifully tried walking it back in the same video, he does in fact state Bianca deserved her unfortunate demise.
Some dumb thought got, murdered, apparently, and I'm supposed to care.
Except for the fact I don't care. In fact, I am happy about it.
Woo! It's about goddamn time. And she was literally your stereotypical stupid thought that was going around miscellaneous people whenever she could, whenever she pleased. And quite frankly, I'm supposed to be surprised that she endured the most extreme possible consequence of being such a stupid filthy because, make no mistake, getting murdered is a natural consequence of that behavior. about how much of a filthy piece of fucking trash she is. She was a stupid, dumb, filthy slut. And she died as a result of her behavior. People like that are usually manipulative, nefarious cunts. Kinda like the one that got murdered. Shocker. So, the fact of the matter is quite simple. It was just an inevitability that some crazy dude was gonna slit her f***ing throat. Could have happened to a better woman.
Viaki's claim that I said,
or somehow implied,
could have happened to a better woman. Could have happened to a better woman. Could have happened to a better woman.
I know what you are.
If he truly believed she didn't deserve what happened to her, he was the one who originally created the video. He could have easily cut it out, or even better, not make the video at all.
What the fuck did you say?
Gilded then goes on to further downplay his horrific actions by comparing them to cringe moments online.
You serious?
If you dig far enough into anybody's internet history, you're gonna find that just about everyone has cringe moments they voluntarily put online that they wish they could have done differently. But you didn't need to cut important context that contradicts your narrative, Viaki. The fact of the matter is simply this.
she was a stupid, dumbass, filthy slut. And she died as a result of her behavior. It was just an inevitability that some crazy dude was gonna slit her throat. Could have happened to a better woman. But you didn't need to cut important context that contradicts your narrative, Viaki.
You said a minor deserved to get murdered. This isn't like a cringe video you made as a kid. You were a grown adult. You knew exactly what you were doing. You made light and ridiculed a teenage girl with no other incentive other to be an utter maniac. At this point, it doesn't even matter how long ago it was. This wasn't an edgy joke you made back when it was appropriate to. You disrespected the minor who isn't even with us anymore. The way she went out was just utterly brutal, and you as a grown man saw this and decided to make fun of her for it. The fact even in modern day, you continue to mock the recently departed, show little to no remorse, conveys how much of a psychotic person you are. In the video, Gilded desperately attempts to portray me as psychotic. Heck, it's even in the title. And yet, as a grown adult, he will willingly make disgusting decisions such as these, and only show even a smidgen of reflection upon being heavily criticized. Not once did he show accountability for what he did. This was just a pathetic attempt of a response towards rightfully received criticism. Overall, GildedPoo is a creator who I believe shouldn't be around any woman whatsoever, and I'm genuinely concerned for the well-being of his daughter if this is how he treats almost all women he gets into contact with. Small editing note, I just saw this recently after checking my files once again. Gilded, back when he was reacting to my original video on him, not only found his statements regarding Bianca funny years later, showing his stance hasn't necessarily changed from then, but also brushed it off stating he was on edge.
As a result of her behavior. It was just an inevitability that some crazy dude was gonna slit her f***ing throat. Could have happened to a better woman.
Does no one else think it's absolutely revolting?
I don't know.
I was on edge.
But again,
I was just kidding. Come on. You guys know I was just kidding, right?
Are we serious? On edge is when you upload a video in 2019, relentlessly mocking a teenager who isn't even with us anymore. Then a year later, you still have the goal to repost it in your server, and then in modern day continue laughing about the situation. Gilded originally tried using the excuse, he didn't know her age, as if that somehow nullifies his actions.
Also, at the time I recorded the video, I didn't even know that she was a 17-year-old minor.
You just saw that she was kidding.
Yeah, I just saw that, the problem was at the time, because I uploaded that video, 2 days after it happened. So essentially recorded it the same day.
What happened? Why are you guessing? What the fuck is this? Is it like Voldemort's diary where it's writing itself? Like, what the fuck do you mean? You guess.
Teenage girl or not, this is just deplorable. However, in the stream clip, at this point he 100% knew and yet still made it evident he found the situation humorous. I just find it quite ironic Gilded still hasn't apologized for his repulsive display, and even in the video where he supposedly wrote and printed out a statement, he further tried downplaying his actions by calling it rage bait.
There's several fair criticisms of this video to be had, such as it's cringe and tryhard, I show 0 receipts, I rage baited
Shitty rage bait channel.
Write that down, write that down!
First you were on edge, and now it's poorly researched rage bait. Gilded can't even keep his own excuses in check. It's pitiful.
Oh, and listen to this. One time, this was many years ago, I got really drunk, and I put my in a hot dog bun and poured ketchup on it and sent it to about 40 female friends.
You know, isn't it ironic Gilded went on such a long psychotic rant about how much she despised her teenager due to her lifestyle? A lifestyle any functioning adult could see was probably sparked on by potential parental issues, abuse, neglect, you name it. While in the modern day, Gilded himself is casually cheating on his partner with a barely legal woman. Instead of having even a tatter of empathy, humanity even, he ridiculed Bianca. You'd think he'd be some loyal, faithful Mormon with the way he really hammered her, but engaged in worse behaviors at twice her age. You'd really think he'd know better. On top of this, I know I made this point quite clear, but he never properly apologized for any of this. I hate to use the H word, but this guy's unironically a hypocrite. There's no other way to put this.
Actually, you know what the biggest problem with the video was? And this was a big problem with my videos back then. Because it was 2019. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of throwing shit about
What? You had no idea what you were doing? He was a 30-year-old minor! He was a 30-year-old minor. He had no idea what he was doing, okay? He was a 30-year-old minor who didn't know what he was doing. He was misguided. He was misguided. He didn't know what he was doing. He was lost. Oh, he was lost. He needed someone to hold his hand. You're probably shocked as to why this is even a segment, considering I spent just under an hour debunking this in the previous video. Well, Lio has now resorted to spreading fake screenshots of me apparently working with UTTP members. It's not a Lio excluded video without the UTTP mention, of course. Now, for everyone who fortunately goes outside, the UTTP are a malicious group online known for targeting and harassing creators, so you can imagine my distaste of having any relation with them. If it wasn't already obvious, both Lio and Gilded alike are utterly obsessed with me, and in the same vein, they have a neurotic obsession with calling me a UTTP affiliate of some kind.
A UTTP flunky by the name of Viaque, but he's decided to ally himself with the UTTP. Here's the UTTP weird. Hey Viaque, why don't you go ahead and take your goofy little UTTP kid? Viaque's a worthless piece of garbage. Bring up Viaque's video. Bring up the guy who doxes people and swats them with his underage army that Viaque is related to UTTP. I have your connection to UTTP. And by the way, next time the UTTP kids send me a pizza, make sure they pay for it first.
He has his UTTP buddies.
Another way I can tell that you're connected to these UTTP.
Then his UTTP buddies. This is the UTTP people I mentioned.
Hey Viaque, why don't you go ahead and take your goofy little UTTP.
That's very UTTP coded. There, Vicky.
He has weird associations with the UTTP.
Viaque is absolutely connected to the UTTP. UTTP weirdo. Warning, UTTP. A UTTP member, because they're UTTP. Another UTTP member doxed by the UTTP. I'm UTTP. Now, the interesting thing about this is not only is he somehow connected to the UTTP, that's another person that Purple and the UTTP are tied to is a Viaque who should also kill him.
Why don't you go ahead and take your goofy little UTT?
I've never told Goat to kill herself or himself. I've never done
No, I know, and people in your server were, but that's a different issue entirely. But
also, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Viaque in the chat. You definitely should. To be very clear, UTP freak. Anyways, Viaque.
Oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
It was so bad, like I said, I was able to spend over 50 minutes dedicated to my last video just debunking the many UTTP allegations levied towards me. It is evident this is a healthy fixation they have regarding me. Like, it got to the point where an alleged UTTP member called Lio's phone. I say alleged, as there's literally no evidence that even part of the UTTP, by the way. But yeah, apparently a UTTP member called Lio's phone, claiming they wanted the Gilded Poo.
LioConvoy, I'm gonna swat Gilded Poo and I'm gonna say that it his kids, and I'm gonna do it in his name, and you're gonna see what happens. I am gonna record it.
Gilded went on to not only accuse me of doing this, my friend who doesn't even do YouTube anymore, so he can't even defend himself, and some random literally no one knows.
I should take it even further and say that I was in a call with him with a guy who was the person that called Lio on the phone to threaten me, of all people, and that guy happened to be associated with UTTP. That was coincidence there too. And not only happened to be connected with UTTP, happened to be in a call later with myself and ZV in a group chat that was created by ZV. I was in a group chat with Vicky and the person that was calling Lio's personal cell phone to tell Lio that he was going to, quote, call my school and call the cops and tell them I screwed my kid to have me s***ed, right? So, like, he was in a call with them, that same person that made that call, by the way. So, you can say all you want, but the reality is that no, Vicky is lying about half of those details, much of which I've not even come out with yet because I was waiting on the idiot to respond. Because I was in a group call with him and one of his UTTP buddies. We were in a call with ZV and Hempleton and one of ZV's UTTP pals. that was, I believe, actually was also the same guy that called Lio and told Lio that he was gonna spot me.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying!
Context for those who haven't seen the previous video. Gilded was in a group chat call with me and several others. One of the call participants was my friend who, as you've seen, has been falsely accused of not only being a UTTP member, but also being the same person who sent Lio that voicemail. I don't know if it was because my friend was a minor at the time, or because he seemingly quit YouTube and can't defend himself, but there was, and still there's zero evidence to even suggest he has any relation to the UTTP. Now, here's what my friend sounds like.
It's been brought to my attention that I'm being accused of something regarding LioConvoy and calling, and basically I'm not the person. I don't even know what's going on.
I can't believe I even have to say this, but these are not the same people. Gilded unironically falsely accused a minor of threatening to swat him solely due to the fact said minor just so happened to also be friends with me. This situation disgusts me, as the original voicemail was titled "Vitriolic threatens to swat me," and he further corroborated the notion I was behind said voicemail in his Discord server. To reiterate, Gilded was publicly claiming the person in the voicemail, you know, the person from the Netherlands, he was claiming that person was me, before altering his story and then accusing my friend. I genuinely can't believe I have to be the one to say this, but you can't accuse people of committing crimes merely because you dislike them. What makes this worse is how Gilded went on to accuse a third person. For context, a random person sent me a friend request and then put me in the group chat with another content creator, The Weasel. Gilded made the claim the person who invited me to the group chat was the same kid who sent Lio the voicemail. So in a stream which predates all the other false accusations, Gilded kinda just claimed someone else was the one who threatened him in Lio's voicemail.
I have a call by the person that actually called Lio's phone and left the voicemail threatening to swat me.
I saw that.
I have the actual call that he had, or had a call that he had a call with D Weasel, a long call, and the guy that did it actually admitted to doing it and did the voice, and then brought Vicky onto the call.
Right.
Like, so the guy that made the swatting threat is friends enough with Vicky to just drag him into a call with some other YouTuber.
Yes, a random person sent me a friend request and invited me to a group chat, and now Gilded started accusing them. We don't even know who this person is! I don't want to be that guy, but at this point, just give up. We don't know who threatened to spot you, bro. You see my issue here. If you don't know who threatened you via the voicemail, just say you don't know, mate, instead of trying to pull a, how can I make this about Vitriolic? But yeah, if it sounds confusing, just watch the previous video as I go into more detail there, because it's just as ridiculous as it sounds. He accused 3 people of being the alleged UTTP member who called Lio's phone, and the funniest part is, I'm willing to bet even the rando Gilded accused wasn't even behind the voicemail. I really wish I was over-exaggerating, but he really blamed 3 people of doing so with quite literally zero evidence to support his claims.
What kind of fool do you take me for? He's
UTTP.
He's
UTTP.
Yours.
UTTP.
I'm
UTTP.
Are there any other
UTTP.
I should know about?
I'm sorry, but why do I have to fight tooth and nail, even despite the many times I provide evidence to support my claims, yet both Lio, Gilded, and others completely discard it every single time? Gilded accused me of raiding another creator, GoatCattle's Discord server.
So he was sending the UTT people out after me, UTTP people. And they were raiding my server, and actually they recently raided GoatCattle's server, which so yeah, so like that was because they were at that time they were talking about coming to my house, by the way. So that was also why.
Would you have let them in?
I should point out too that GoatCattle ended up in some brief spat with ZV, and you know what happened to her server?
Raid it.
Yep. So they raided it, and not only did they raid it, they got the entire server taken down.
Okay. Yeah.
You should ask her about that someday, because it was really f***ed up.
GoatCattle themselves confirmed this wasn't the case. Gilded is silent. Both Gilded and Lio accused me of sending the UTTP to raid the Discord server. I prove I didn't know the server even existed. Lio and Gilded are silent. Gilded accuses 3 people of calling Lio's phone. I prove neither me nor my friend did such a thing. Gilded is silent. Why do they keep on lying? What's going on? Like I said, I debunked all of these false claims in the previous video. They will quite literally throw as many accusations humanly possible at me, and pray to God one of them stick. Best part is, Lio has yet to address the fact he worked with a known doxer to get into contact with my Lio has yet to address the fact he doxed me publicly on numerous occasions. Lio has yet to address the allegation he worked with the same creator who sent in my driver's license, most likely in an attempt to further dox me. Lio has yet to address the fact he's working with a literal to get back at me. Gilded has yet to address the many lies he has levied against me, and Gilded has most definitely yet to address the fact he showed a literal dox, like someone's literal house, in his video uncensored for everyone to see. In Gilded's original video he made on me, he posted a dox of another content creator, Caitlin Coy.
There's a lot of things actually wrong with this group, such as doxing. They like to do that. Another thing they enjoy doing is f***ing people. That's pretty crazy. Also, there's this video from a member of theirs.
There it is. You did not order pizza. Stop. We do not. I'm not walking up.
Take it down. Take it down. We need it going.
I'm not joking, he only censored the docs after I criticized him for it. This same guy is trying to call me a doxer, by the way. I'm not showing people uncensored houses for all my viewers to see, bro. And the icing on the cake, when confronted about this, his excuse was, oh, well, I didn't show the whole house. I didn't show a house number.
Are you slow?
Why didn't I blur the whole house? Why would I? Why would I? Why would I?
Why would I?
Why, like, the first off,
that's kind of the Vlad answer I was expecting.
Dude, the video was uploaded to YouTube already.
God damn it.
Video was uploaded
You make it so hard to defend you. Like
What
animals.
the fuck are you talking?
You showed someone's full house uncensored in the video when just under 10,000 people saw it. I don't even think he was malicious in doing this. He's just an idiot. He shouldn't be trusted with situations like these. I just cannot fathom how a 36-year-old man scripted the video, recorded it, edited it, rewatched it, and didn't think to himself, maybe I shouldn't have this uncensored docs of someone's house in my video for thousands to see. It's getting frustrating, because why are they getting away with this? They're grown men, they're not teenagers, they're not minors, they're old enough to be my parents. There's no excuse. I promise you, if I did any of this, I'd be hearing, Viekwe's a doxer. Viekwe's horrible. He's malicious. Where is the same energy when Lio and Gilded do it? When it comes to anything Lio does, for some reason people just magically turn blind. They can't see anymore. But the moment he calls someone else out, they gain their sight back. The point I'm trying to make is, they've lied about me. When I prove that they're blatantly lying, they just get away with it. They just refuse to address it. This is just off script, but Lio loves to portray himself as someone who enjoys arguing with his detractors. And maybe he does. He will go on Twitter dedicating several hours to argue with zero-follower nobodies, even minors, just as long as he's under the impression he has the upper hand. Of course you're going to win against little children and people without any following whatsoever, but when it comes to addressing his own faults, which have been documented and debunked, he adamantly avoids it like the plague. How curious. Gilded does the same thing. He ran around pushing the narrative that I called Lyle's phone, threatening to at him. He just quietly took down the evidence, as if it never happened. It doesn't work like that. You can't go around acting as if I threatened to you, and then take it down once you realize you're an absolute idiot who falsely accused me on the basis of two voices that sound completely different. They will literally make accusation first, fact check later.
And I, as somebody that cares very much about not passing incorrect information around, so much so I've privated.
Did I forget to mention Lio did the same thing? Caitlin Coy was doxxed. A bunch of children physically showed up to her house and recorded the outside of it. Yes, Gilded put the recording of Caitlin Coy's house in this video uncensored, by the way. We're talking about the same situation. Lio initially accused me, yes me, of showing up to her house.
Are you done playing games yet?
Playing games?
Are you done?
Well, I was playing Roblox earlier.
Oh, so we're back to this. We're back to this. Because here's the thing. I do now know enough to know that the general area you live, because you've been dumb enough to post about it online. You want to keep going?
You're gonna dox me, LioConvoy. Please.
Oh, where's he
dox me,
from?
please. Please. Can you tell me the general area I live?
He's close enough to the he's close enough to the crazy broad that he's obsessing with to make active threats towards her and mess with her door, apparently. Why don't you tell me why you're so mad at this person, this Caitlin person? Tell me about it.
Doesn't she live in America? I'm British.
If it wasn't obvious, Caitlin lives in America. I live in the United Kingdom. Something is wrong with you! I mean that when I say Lio has accused me of literally everything under the sun. There is nothing he hasn't accused me of yet.
Look, he's a lover. I guess he's an anti-Semite. He doesn't like the blacks. He doesn't like the gays. It's just incredible.
Are we going to forget that Lio unironically accused me of threatening another YouTuber Toastify because he had me added on Discord for a short period of time? I wish I was joking. It gets to a point. It literally gets to a point.
Why do you have Toastify added when you know he doesn't like you?
What does Toastify have to do with this?
I asked you, why is he on your friends list when you know he doesn't like you?
What do you think, dude? Oh, almost said
I don't know. I'm asking you. Why don't you answer the question? Why don't you answer the question instead of trying to obfuscate again, Mushmouth? How does that sound?
I think you have an opinion, and you just don't want to tell me. So
cool. I want the answer from you. I want the answer from you.
No, I want to know your opinion first.
Why don't you tell me the question? Why don't you tell me the answer to the question first? How's that sound? I think that sounds great. Why don't you do what the adult tells you to? Follow order for once in your life. No, you're going to tell me why you have somebody who you know doesn't like you added. Because regardless of what I think of Toastify's previous actions, if I find out you're menacing other people here, I'm going to make sure it's worse for you. Is this serious? So if I find out these people are added on your little chat here because you intimidated or harassed them, it's gonna be worse for you.
Do you
Why don't you actually tell me the reason? Because if you're not telling me, if you're not telling me, all I have to do is go by my assumptions. I'm giving you the courtesy. I'm giving your side of something before I immediately make an assumption. So why don't you follow through with that?
This guy thing. Oh my god, you're so malicious.
More avoiding instead of answering.
You ask the dumbest thing to get surprised when I don't answer. And we're still not done. I can't get over the fact Lio literally doxed my first name on several occasions. Never apologized for it once. This is the same guy who's trying to call me a doxer. He did this on he went on streams. He did it on YouTube. He did it everywhere. And he got away with it. However, remember when I mentioned Caitlyn doxed my first name? Shortly after Lio and Caitlyn teamed up, Lio went on to dox my first name wherever he could.
So, actually, I'm just here to say, Vincent, I don't know why you're in here trying to cause a ruckus. You belong in an unmarked shallow grave, Vincent. And I don't mean that hyperbolically, metaphorically, any of that. I mean that literally. Die. I wanted to hop on and give Vincent some grief. Oh, speaking of which, Ace, how did you like my final call with Vincent there?
There's more where that came from, folks.
Come on, Vincent. Okay, Vincent, what did your parents follow?
Doxing me by saying my name. That's not very nice.
I don't care, Vincent. I don't care, Vincent. I don't care, Vincent.
I don't care, Vincent.
So, just so you're aware, Vincent. Okay, Vincent. Vincent. I want an answer to my question, Vincent. Say, word for word. What was it, Vincent? Come on, be a good boy. What was it?
Be a good boy? You're so gay. What?
Come on, Vincent.
You really learned to call me Vincent, don't you?
For context, when I was a minor, I was SI'd by the same predator who then went on to make a Google Doc lying and framing me. In said document, they proceeded to dox me. This is where anyone knowing my name originated from.
See, I almost just punched you right.
But wow, that was a very long tangent. Let's get back to the fake UTTP screenshot. Just had to get that off my chest. At the time of writing this, today, the 14th of March, Lio has seemingly sent one of his many underlings to confront me about the UTTP screenshot in DMs. This is actually how I found out such a screenshot was floating around to begin with. For context, LioConvoy recently made a community post stating another YouTuber, KP, was apparently abusing YouTube's copyright system to false flag his YouTube channel to essentially get deleted. Following this, a known UTTP member, the Purple Second Mentan, followed suit and also began falsely striking Lio's channel as well, as seen with another community post Lio made documenting the situation. Turns out, in yet another community post by Lio, he showed a screenshot where I'm supposedly condoning and even encouraging this behavior. Right off the bat, I'd like to make this clear. This screenshot is fake. Notice how cartoonishly evil this screenshot is. It's like they're intentionally going after the way to make me look as evil as humanly possible. Bro, Purple can do another strike. Literally one more, and this channel might get cooked. Just post a gif of a villain twirling their moustache and it'll be complete. I don't even know who the other person in the screenshot is meant to be. To preface, my first run-in with the UTTP back in 2023 actually originated with them faking screenshots regarding another content creator, essentially trying to trick me into believing they were a predator in DMs. When I actually asked the creator about the situation, as in actually did research and didn't blindly believe possibly fake screenshots, I found out the UTTP were just overtly attempting to deceive me, and thus, this caused them to immediately switch targets and create fake screenshots of me next in the video. They also leaked my Snapchat and spam my comment sections, but that's just the icing on an already frosted cake. During 2023, an alleged UTTP group known as the LKJH attempted to target the Splatoon community. Their first victim was a Splatoon/Sonic tuber known as Sonikai. At some point, the LKJH approached me, forged fake screenshots of Sonikai saying questionable things at best, essentially trying to trick me into believing he was a predator. Upon contacting Sonikai, he revealed they were harassing him on a website known as Soyjack Party, made videos harassing him, and had already tricked another Splatoon content creator, known as Splat Droid, into believing Sonic was a predator. After clearing things up with Sonic, I refused to engage with the LKJH member for any longer, of which they showed their true colors and spam my DMs. Preceding this, the LKJH member went on to leak my Snapchat, joined Sonakai's stream with an account impersonating me, spam my comments, attempted to raid my server, and made a video with fake screenshots attempting to paint me as a predator. I obviously did the basic procedures by blocking keywords in my comment sections and refusing to give them attention. Obviously they didn't like this, as they joined one of my Twitter mutual servers and proceeded to raid that one instead, calling me a predator, all in the effort to get to me. The fact, even as a minor, I understood the concept of reaching out to confirm allegations instead of running with potential disinformation compared to grown men astonishes me. Zero journalistic integrity. It's almost as if they're intentionally being malicious towards me. At the end of the day, the UTTP are notorious for fabricating evidence. Like I said, that's how I was first exposed to them to begin with. So I'm not sure if one of Lyle's many kittens doctored this screenshot simply to make me look bad, or if this is the work of the UTTP. I genuinely couldn't tell you. All I can do is speculate. Oh my god, guys, what? Now I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to literally fake Discord screenshots. Because for some reason, Lio is parading this screenshot around like almost everywhere, acting as if, oh, I really got him. But it's very easy to fake screenshots. I told him directly the screenshot was fake in the stream chat. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is to fake Discord screenshots, right? So you see, I'm in a private server right now. Here's my alt account. This is what the server profile looks like, so the real profile doesn't look like this. And I'm going to say something on my alt right now. As you can see, this is obviously fake. I can give this a nice little screenshot. What the flip? Is Lio inviting me to his marriage with GildedPoo? No, obviously this is fake. It's so easy to fake screenshots on Discord. Let's not even pretend that Photoshop doesn't exist. Inspect Element, there are several ways to fake screenshots, especially on PC. So I find it very weird that he's parading it around when it's obviously fake. So in my head, we have a few options. Either option A, Lio or one of his friends manufactured this screenshot, since I don't think I need to prove both him and his community are utterly obsessed with me. Option B, the UTTP, a group who is infamous for doctoring screenshots, faked the screenshot, possibly Purple himself did, and I'll explain why I think this later, and then Lio somehow got his hands on it. As much as I don't like Lio, contrary to popular belief, I don't actually hate the guy. I know, shocking. I've learned to hate the actions and not the people themselves. These videos quite literally wouldn't exist if he just left me alone. I'm not kidding, if Lio wasn't so obsessed with lying about me all the time, I would have been able to make a single video.
And there's no money in here!
Why is LioConvoy obsessed with you? Isn't he like 40 years old?
He is! He is! He's 40 and he's obsessed with me! He's obsessed with me, I'm telling you, that man! He's 40, no kids, nothing! He's old enough to be my father, and he dedicates so much time to me, I'm telling you, he secretly wants me!
Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't. Also, just an editing note, in case everything in this video doesn't make it abundantly clear Lio is unhealthily obsessed with me. Remember that one time he claimed he archived my Discord server? As in, he supposedly archived every channel, every message, every image, every link sent in my server.
By the way, just so you're aware, we have your server. We exported it, the entire thing. 2 people specifically did, actually, so shout out to those 2 individuals. So, you know.
Fox, can you message? Actually, wait, are you on speaking terms with Yoda? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why?
Ask him to export server, please.
Alright.
Wait, what?
Wait, Yoda can't do that. Yoda's
Okay, but there are instructionals you can point him to. So.
Well, he's delusional. He's schizo. He's obsessed.
Ignoring how creepy it is for a 40-year-old man to be this interested in the activities of a teenager, not only did he do this for literally no plausible reason, other to monitor me as if he's a Mossad agent, but he ended up archiving the wrong one. Imagine having the intent to stalk me, but being too incompetent to actually successfully pull it off. To say he's obsessed is a steep understatement. Lio is so desperate to pay me as a villain, he got someone to archive the entirety of my Discord server. Pray to God he could find something to take out of context. This old man has admitted to stalking me on numerous counts. It's a cope to say otherwise. Okay, this was meant to be its own segment, but I genuinely just don't want to talk about the UTTP anymore. I'm unironically so tired, it's not even funny. If you really care about this and want the full context, just DM me. I'll attempt to snipe 2 birds with 1 stone, as Lio has gotten record attempting to push a narrative me and Purple are somehow friends or whatever.
That's another person that Purple and the UTTP are tied to, is a Vitriolic, who should also kill him.
Remember how I was under the impression the UTTP, specifically the Purple Sacramentan, faked the screenshot? Yet again, ignoring how the UTTP have a history of faking screenshots, that's kind of their main gimmick, outside of being general nuisances. During last year, Purple sent me a friend request under the alias Zeno. I've already established I accept most of my friend requests on Discord, so of course I accepted. When he revealed he was Purple, my reaction was less than stellar. I really, and I mean really, didn't want to talk to this guy, but then again, I didn't want to remove him and have a tap the sign moment.
Don't make me tap the sign.
Like I mentioned prior, the UTTP have been on my case on and off since 2023. In DMs, he just complained and or spoke about Lio, talked about side scribbles, or the UTTP. Eventually, I got tired of him just flooding my DMs with utter nonsense, and on the 11th of November, rage baited him in a call.
Yeah?
Hey buddy, I think you and Lio should debate.
Soon it will happen.
Soon? Why soon? Why can't it happen today?
Let's speed things up. Let's get things rolling. Let's get the ball rolling.
You should settle up today. You should settle up the debate with Lio today.
I'll do it soon enough.
Why not today? What's up it today?
I am innocent.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, buddy. I believe you.
There's so many things I'm just going through and shit.
Oh, you're crying, you're sad. Your life is horrible and you're sad.
Ever since I lost Rosa, I haven't been myself. She meant everything to me. Lyle says I'm using her when I'm not.
You know what I think you should do?
What?
You should call Lio about this.
I lost her because...
Okay, don't make it gay, buddy. Don't be too gay with me.
I'm just sad and miserable every day.
You're sad and miserable every day?
Yeah.
Okay, but how does this stop you? I'm calling Lio today. So are you insinuating that you know that you're an embarrassment and that's why you think it will be embarrassing?
Yes. This call will be like recorded and I'd be embarrassed so hard.
Is that not what you want?
Me losing Rosa is way worse than getting embarrassed by Lyle and his boys. It's worse.
Yeah, that's why I think you should call Lio and get your revenge, bro.
Fucker said I pretended to be her friend.
Oh my god. Okay, bro. Okay. Are you gonna debate Lio or not?
I can't.
Oh, I can't, cause like my Rosa's gone. Oh.
Shut up.
My Rosa's gone.
Oh my god. Shut up.
My Rosa's gone. Buddy.
What?
Are you done crying about your little Rosa? Your Rosalina? Is never left? No! That guy never liked him. Was this a good idea? Of course not! Me talking about the amazing digital circus in Gilded server was originally what put me on Lio's radar and caused this entire drama to begin with. I'm not joking, this all started over me talking about Kane from the amazing digital circus.
Kane.
Obviously, me full-on rage-baiting a UTTP member was one of the most idiotic moves yet. Despite that, preceding this call, Purple went on to send me friend requests on several different accounts. Like I said, it's still speculation, but I just find it quite coincidental Purple has been consistently attempting to get back into contact with me, and then sends me a friend request 2 days before Lio posts the fake screenshot. On top of this, the UTTP have been harassing and targeting me behind the scenes for over a year now, but that's a subject for another video. So no, I am not friends with a UTTP member the Purple commented. If we're abiding by the logic, trolling someone in a call equals friendship, me and Lio would be best friends. I actively rage baited the guy in call. Needless to say, Purple holds some resentment towards me. I'm between a rock and a hard place. The UTTP don't like me and have been utterly tormenting me and attempting to ruin my image behind the scenes constantly, while Lio and co can't stop accusing me of having some sort of connection to them. I'm in a position where I physically cannot win, and I genuinely don't know what to do anymore. I'm fighting a losing battle where it's a 3v1 with no foreseeable end in sight. I seriously don't know what to do. Meet potential predator hunter. They call me 007. 0 convictions, 0 accountability, 7 false accusations. Everyone I don't like is part of the UTTP. Actually hunt predators? Harass and stalk people young enough to be your literal children. He's changed. He did that years ago. He had good intentions. He only targets people who deserve it. His detractors are the problem. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me vulnerable females or I retire. If and when, but never is. So to conclude, Lio has stalked me, harassed me, falsely accused me countless times, doxed me, lied on my name, worked with a groomer just to spite me, and even attempted to get into contact with my abuser. Like I've said, everything stated here I've either proven in this or my previous videos. Unlike these bad actors, I'm sure to provide ample evidence to support my claims. You can criticize me for my previous actions as a teenager, but if you can't hold these grown men to the same level of scrutiny, to put it bluntly, you're biased and performative. You can't chastise me for things Gilded and Lio get away with on a daily basis. I know I'm not a very serious person by nature, some may say I'm even irony poisoned, but this situation is utterly repulsive and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Although if you made it this far, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe as I make more content like this. I really hope I don't need to respond to any more of their lies in the future. I don't exactly find glee talking about these 2 old men consistently. I have about, I'd say, just over 4 hours worth of content covering my drama with these guys, and that's not a good thing. Although that's it from me. Thanks to all my channel members, including GildedPoo! Love you, Gilded. Between you and Lio, you are always my favorite. Thanks for watching.
Worried about me yelling? I'm in the middle
of McDonald's and a Walmart.
I'm in the middle of McDonald's and Walmart.